Sherry Simpson. I normally call myself a transformational coach, transformational life coach. What I realized recently was that what I actually help people do is spiritually ascend, which means tapping into their inner wisdom and guidance. And so, one of the questions I have for you today is, what is inner listening? What does that mean? It means you are not only basing your decisions and your actions and your thoughts on logic and to-do list. It means you're actually connecting into your spirit guide team, and you're connecting to, hi Bridge, you're connecting into who you are at soul level. You're connecting into your purpose and your passion, and you're connecting into things that your little tiny inner voice, your heart voice is saying. So the mudra that I pulled today, hi Jennifer, the mudra that I pulled today was inner listening, and we've seen this one before, but usually when a card comes up multiple times, it means that we need it again. So the card that came up was 31, inner listening. And this is the hand position for the mudra. So you're going to take your thumb and your third or middle finger, and you're going to press the third or middle finger down and straighten out your other hands or your other fingers. And then you're going to rest your hands palm up on your lap. And what this does is it creates some transformation for you. It creates some space in your mind. It creates some clarity for you so that you can release the to-do lists and the crazy thoughts going on in your brain and tap into, what does my heart really want? I know that it's important for us to connect our heart and our head, because our head logically helps us survive on this planet. It's part of our subconscious connection. It's important. Hey Matt, but you really need to dig into your inner self and your heart in order to figure out, what do I really want? Who do I want to serve? What do I want to accomplish? What is fun for me? How do I create more fun? How do I get excited about the things that I'm doing every day? What am I doing on this planet? So you want to tap into that, and this is one way that you can do it, is in a short meditation. And I say meditation because many people think that meditation is challenging. So one of the things that I like to teach is like a step-by-step process on how to meditate. So you want to be able to sit with your body still. That is the first thing you want to do. If you're wanting to get up and move around, or if you're itching and scratching, and if you're moving and not getting comfortable, then that's the first thing that you want to do when you're attempting meditation. You want to be able to sit quietly without moving, with your eyes closed, thinking whatever you want, for the very first step about meditation. And then after you can do that, then you want to start focusing your thoughts a little bit more. So if you can sit still for up to 10 minutes, then you want to start focusing, and it actually, you might have to go backwards here. So in order to start focusing in terms of meditation, you want to choose a sound that you can hear. So maybe you hear a fan or the air conditioner or the humming of the fridge. And you want to focus on just that one thing, and your thoughts are going to keep going, dragging you away. Your to-do list is going to come in, all of the things that you wanted to do or should be doing or hope to do or whatever are just going to come in and start bombarding you. What you want to do is thank those thoughts and tell them you'll come back to them later. And then you want to refocus your attention back on that noise while you're also keeping your body still. So you might have to do this for like 1 minute, 3 times a day, until you actually get used to doing it. And then you can start expanding the time. So then you're getting to do it daily for about 10 minutes. And then after you got that straightened out, the next thing you want to do is actually relax your body. So you're going to keep your body still. You're going to focus your mind on just one sound or one mantra or something that you're repeating in your head. Maybe you're just concentrating on your breathing. Then the next thing you want to tap into is my body relaxed? Because a lot of times when we're trying to meditate and we're trying to fling thoughts out of our brain, we're actually in like a stress position because we're really struggling and trying and challenged in like relaxing. And that's the whole idea of meditation, is to relax your thoughts so that there's less traffic in there. But you also want to relax your body. So that would be step 3, is to relax your body. And then if you keep going with this, step 4 would actually be to know that you are the observer of your thoughts and you are the observer of your emotions, which means that you can actually say to yourself, oh, I just had a thought. Oh, I just felt this, which means you are not your thoughts and you're not your emotions. You are something deeper within you that actually noticed these things as part of you, but you're not your thought or your emotion. So step 4 would be to keep bringing yourself back once your body is in that relaxed state, keeping your body still, focusing on one thing. and relaxing your muscles. Number 4 is literally to choose to focus on that one thing and more consistently knowing that, oh, I just had a thought. So it's as though you're acknowledging and observing them in a way that is connecting you to something deeper inside of you. So that's how you can tap into doing meditation if it's not something that you do. You don't have to meditate for hours at a time. If you meditated for 3 to 10 minutes once a day, your life would shift because it does calm your mind. It actually calms your anxiety levels because it brings you to a more calm and peaceful state. As long as you're intending to relax, to calm your mind, to focus on one thing, and to know that you have the power to choose your own thoughts and your emotions. So how do you help that? You can help that with something like this. And again, I pick these cards randomly, so they're just picked by my spirit team based on who I assume is going to watch these and benefit from the cards that I pull. So you're taking your middle finger and your thumb and putting them together and straightening out your other fingers. You're allowing your palms to be face up on your lap. And what this does is it releases tension. It releases tension through your shoulders. It allows you to gain more clarity. I'm reading the back of the card here, so each of these cards in my mudra deck has some information on the back. So this also allows you to release the tension and stress in your face and your jaw, and it helps you create more space in the thoughts that you're having. And so then you can get out of your logic space and more into your heart space. Because what happens with us when we're creating our own reality is that in order to create our own reality, we want to make the choices on how it gets created. We don't want to be a pinball that just gets ding-donged around inside of this ping pong game or pinball game in order to create the life that you desire. If you're letting things and thoughts and actions and other people drive where you're going and what you're doing on a day-to-day basis, then you're letting the outside world control you and control your creations rather than you having your own power and stepping into your own wisdoms to say, hey, no, I want my life to be like this. I'm going to create it this way. So when you step into that knowledge space, then you realize that all of the things that you have previously created, you created. And if you don't like what's in your life right now, then you need to step into a place of, okay, so I'm agreeing and acknowledging and observing that I actually created all of these things from my past. I created my job, I created money the way it is, I created my lifestyle, I created everything. So what are the things that I want to change, and where do I want to step into creating them in a new way? And a lot of times we want to do that really logically. We want to do. We want to go. But when we do that, we run out of time and we run out of energy. So when you can tap in and get some inner wisdom, what happens is you calm down. I know I'm talking really fast as though I've been drinking Red Bull. I have not. I just get so excited. So what happens is your thoughts actually get calmed down. And when your thoughts get calmed down, then you actually get like wisdom nuggets. You get inspired actions to take that are not necessarily logic, and some of them won't be logical at all. But you'll realize that the things that come to you are actually in alignment with a goal that you're trying to reach. And so when you get to that place, then you know which ones feel different. They have a different texture to them when they're logical and when they're inspired actions. So when the inspiration comes, you want to act on it, because when you do act on it, there are inspirations about a goal that you want to create. Will the actions take you out of your comfort zone? Yes, because in order to create a new you, in order to create a new life, in order to call new things into you, you need to leave your comfort zone to do that. And that can be scary, but we're here on this planet in order to expand. We're here to grow. We're here to make choices. We're here to experience things. And if you choose the same choices all the time, then your life is going to look exactly the same in all areas of life, because you're not changing. As soon as you leave your comfort zone and you make new choices, then the world opens up in that area, and then you have new opportunities that come to you because you made new choices. But if you just make a whole bunch of willy-nilly choices based on logic, then a lot of times you don't get to where your goal is because you weren't actually tapped into the wisdom within you. So I believe in inner listening and believing in following our own wisdom and guidance and trusting that inner voice rather than trusting the people outside of ourselves. So the focus of this card, if you were to use it and you wanted to chant a mantra while you were doing it, you would say, my inner voice guides me to perfect equanimity. You can change that in any way that makes sense. But basically, you want to listen to your inner voice in order to create more balance in your life and allow more space between your thoughts. Let me know if you have any comments or questions about that. I wanted to chat about two things I have going on. I have a Learn to Read Cards. So Learn to Read Cards course that's starting on October 1st. And I'll be teaching you how to tap into your intuition, how to pick a deck, how to program a deck, how to see from your own perspective what is in the cards rather than having to read the book. And I'll be teaching different kinds of spreads, like how to actually pull cards, whether you want to read them in the upright or the upside down position or the reverse position, as they're called, the difference between Oracle and Tarot. So we'll be covering all of that in a course starting October 1st. Early bird price ends on the 22nd, so if that's interesting, then let me know. And because I have this tendency to always go back to spiritual expansion and spiritual ascension, I'm actually going to be creating a spiritual ascension membership that you can pay a monthly fee for, and I'll help you expand twice a month and post in a Facebook group there. But I'll also be doing one-to-one mentorships with that as well, so you can hire me one-to-one to help you spiritually expand and to tap into, like, what kind of gifts did I bring to this place, this earth place? What kind of talents did I bring? Like, what kind of challenges am I here to overcome? Like, what life theme did I choose? What are some of the gifts that I have that normal people in the human world don't necessarily, see that they have? So I can tap into some of those for you, and we can practice some of the things like card reading, getting yes or no responses from yourself, looking and seeing the auras around people. I have a tendency now and then to be able to see auras. So teaching you how to do that, teaching you how to tap into your clairvoyance so that you can see from a higher place, so that your clairaudience, you can tap into that so that you can listen from a higher place. One of my psychic gifts is clairsentience, which is using my empathy to be able to tap into other people and see what's going on with their bodies, as well as claircognizance, which means that stuff just comes and I just know it and I have no idea how. So you can tap into using those gifts if you practice them. So, in your everyday 9-to-5 world or your everyday life, you don't get a chance to practice those things, so you don't have a chance to expand spiritually. It's not something that a lot of people want to do. So I want to create a safe space for you to do that, either one-to-one with me or through a membership where we practice it ongoing each month a couple of times, so that you have a safe place to practice. So let me know if you have any comments or questions about that, and let me know if you use the mudra for inner listening and whether that served you. So have a beautiful Monday wherever you are. Namaste.